Imagine owning the world's largest radio station without hiring musicians, without recording songs, without writing lyrics. Millions of artists upload music, billions of listeners search for something to hear, and somewhere between them, an invisible system decides what gets discovered. For most of history, music distribution was physical: vinyl records, cassette tapes, CD stores, radio stations. Shelf space was limited, broadcast time was limited, attention was limited. Then the internet removed the physical bottlenecks. Anyone could publish music. Anyone could distribute music. Anyone could become an artist, at least in theory. Because one bottleneck survived: discovery. Most people think streaming platforms distribute music. They don't. Music is merely the visible output. The real product is listener attention. This is not a music business. It is an attention allocation business. And the operators who understand this distinction quietly position themselves between creators and audiences. Today, we decode the blueprint behind the audio streaming layer, a system transforming music into infrastructure. To control a system, you must first understand its architecture. Most listeners see songs, albums, playlists, artists, genres. But music is only the visible layer. Beneath the interface exists a much larger machine. Layer 1, the creation layer. Millions of musicians producing content. Layer 2, the discovery layer. Recommendation systems, ranking systems, search systems, playlist systems. Layer 3, the consumption layer. Billions of listening decisions occurring every day. Most creators focus on music. History repeatedly rewards those who coordinate music. Because content creates supply. Discovery creates demand. Most people hear songs. The architect sees flows. Consider two businesses. The first creates music. The second controls music discovery. One depends on producing hits. The other benefits from every song played. The distinction seems subtle. Its consequences are enormous. Artists compete for listeners. The platform aggregates listeners. Artists compete for visibility. The platform controls visibility. Artists create content. The platform organizes consumption. Notice what happens. As more artists join, content expands. As content expands, listeners gain more choice. As choice increases, recommendation becomes more important. And whoever controls recommendation gradually becomes the most powerful participant in the ecosystem, not because they own the songs, because they organize the audience. For decades, radio stations controlled discovery. Then streaming replaced radio. But something interesting happened. The gatekeepers disappeared and then reappeared in a different form. Algorithms, recommendations, playlists, behavioral models. The infrastructure no longer tells people what to hear. It predicts what they are likely to hear. The result is remarkably similar. A small percentage of content captures a large percentage of attention. This creates extraordinary leverage because every artist wants visibility, every label wants distribution, every creator wants discovery, and the platform sits directly in the middle, observing everything, learning continuously, improving relentlessly. The strongest streaming infrastructures understand this principle. They are not merely media platforms, they are attention allocation systems, and whoever allocates attention often shapes culture itself. This brings us to the blueprint. Most entrepreneurs ask, what content should I create? A more powerful question exists. What discovery flow can I coordinate? The strongest opportunities often emerge where content becomes abundant. Music, video, knowledge, entertainment, communities. Identify recurring demand. Then identify friction. Discovery friction, selection friction, trust friction, attention friction. Build infrastructure around those bottlenecks, not around content, around discovery. The listener does not care how the algorithm operates. The listener cares about relevance, convenience, personalization, and outcomes. The technology becomes invisible. The recommendation becomes valuable. And when recommendation becomes essential, the infrastructure becomes indispensable. This is where leverage emerges, not from creating every song, but from helping every song find an audience.
The industrial economy scaled manufacturing. The internet economy scaled distribution. The attention economy is scaling discovery. Most people see artists. Most people see songs. Most people see playlists. The architect sees infrastructure, a recommendation layer, an attention network, a scalable utility. The technology will improve. Artificial intelligence will create more music. Distribution will become nearly free. Content will become infinite. But the underlying principle remains unchanged. The greatest fortunes are rarely built by creating every song. They are built by controlling the systems through which songs are discovered. Most people create content. The architect controls attention. Most people compete for listeners. The architect aggregates listeners. Most people hear music. The architect sees a network directing billions of moments of attention every day. Because in the modern economy, content is abundant, discovery is scarce, and scarcity creates power. This is Nexera, Decoding Systems, Architecting Wealth.